ladies, it's still morning. It's good to see some familiar faces, and good to see some new faces as well. My name's Keren, some of you know me already. I just want to, I know lots of people have been talking already today, but just to lay a foundation. I'm one of those women who met my life partner when I was 15, and because of our belief, we were Christians. We were like, well, you get married or that's it, you know, there's no living in sin or anything like that. So we were not forced, but encouraged to get married really early. So I got married at 17, that's why I'm still in my 30s, and I've got a 17-year-old daughter who's across the way, NCN, so I'm grateful to be here today so I can spy on her. She's behaving. So one of the women who's got married quite early. I had to put my dreams on hold quite a bit. I wanted to be a lawyer. I've always been a high-flying person, but then when you end up having children, then sometimes those things get lost. So I had to work my life around my children, my husband's dreams and such forth. So I ended up leaving school with quite good GCSEs, but nothing else really. So I quickly, because I wanted to be a lawyer, I quickly put myself into work, and I worked for the CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, for about 6 years. Then when I got stuck, I thought, like Mel, I think she's left, but like Mel, I saw an advert for the prison service, and the only thing that interested me in that advert was the fact that they said the salary was like about £10,000 more than I was on already. And on the advert, I don't think you can do it now, but they said, we particularly welcome applicants from the black females who were unrepresented at this time. So I thought, well, I know I'm going to get that job if I apply for it. So that's how I ended up in the prison service. So I spent 10 years there, again, always been a high flyer, so I quickly went up the ranks, and I was there for 10 years, and as I said, I had the opportunity to go further. I could have been a governor. I worked at Pentonville, worked at Holloway, and I ended up at Nottingham Prison for the last 5 years. But then an opportunity came, and they were offering voluntary redundancy, which they never ever do, and I knew that I would get it, because for me, the prison service didn't represent who I was, and no amount of money that they could chuck at me, and I felt fulfilled, I felt confident, but it wasn't what I wanted to do, and I didn't feel that I was working in the right environment. I started working in a female prison, but then I ended up working with men, and I thought, I'm in the wrong place. So, contrary to advice, every advice, only my husband was very supportive, but everybody else was like, don't do it, we're in a recession, you don't leave a job, you've got 3 kids, don't do it, don't do it. But contrary to that advice, I left my job, took the redundancy, but they cut my money because the new government came in, and they cut the package. So I left, and I was really excited at first. I thought I could do all the things that I wanted to do before, but then after a while, the money started drying out, and I started to get into housework mode and being a housewife, which was never what I wanted. That's fine if everyone's got their own choices. I was never diagnosed as having depression, but I knew in myself I was getting very depressed. I was getting very fed up with my life, let myself go. I didn't bother with my hair, put on so much weight, I was just comfort eating. I was really just very down, in a down place. And then I saw an advert for women needing for a change. That was in January this year. And I thought, I've got so many barriers in my life. At the time, my youngest daughter, who's in the creche today, she was going to school, but she was going to school half day. So it would mean I wasn't driving at the time, but now I've got my car outside. And it meant I wasn't driving, so it meant having to come all the way from Top Valley side to the courses of all different areas, having to stay for an hour and a half, as some of you know, you remember. I stayed for a little while, and I was like, hi, I'm here, bye, I'm gone again. Take my daughter to school on the bus, all the way to Rice Park, and then come back again, I'm back again, sort of thing. So I knew that would take a lot of commitment, but I was so fed up with my situation, I said, no, I've got to get out. And what I got from those courses, believe me, I know everyone said the same thing, but just being around other women, like-minded women, just discussing, talking to Lee, Sarah, recognising the faces, Doris, everyone there, it really boosted my confidence, and the trainers were fantastic. I've forgotten names now, stop me. Oh my goodness, you know who I'm talking about. But they were absolutely fantastic, and they were really, no one ever made you feel like, oh, you're a burden because you keep leaving, you keep coming in, you keep coming out again. And it just helped me, put on my blog, it helped me discover myself and find my mojo in life, and I really felt like, you know what, I can do it. I don't have to be in the security of in the rat race, in a 9 to 5, well, it wasn't 9 to 5, job. I didn't have to have that security. I can do it. I can do whatever I want to do. I can be what I want to be. I can find my passion in life. So that was January. It was so interesting that we finished that Women's Learning in March. And to say that from March of this year, my life has completely changed. And I think the main reason why is because I've finally got my confidence back, and I really feel that I can do it. The confidence that I had before that I'd lost with redundancy and being at home. As a result, my husband up in business 2 years ago, but I never really gave him much advice. I was too busy, and then I was too fed up. But then from March, I thought, no, I'm going to get behind the business. I'm going to really support him. So from March this year, many of you've seen us. We've been doing a mobile catering, different events. We've been all over the country, and the business has really, really picked up so much. So we're really happy about that. What other things have happened? I'd make sure notes. Through a contact that I met on Women Leading Learning, who couldn't be here today, Judith, she encouraged me to get on a petals course, which is all the way in Barnsley. But I went, I did it, I've got my petals course now. So I've ended up losing weight, I've changed my whole life because of those courses. I've started to go to Women Leading Learning. And to say how important it is, I've really loved the group, Women Leading Learning, because you get to know what's happening in Nottingham. As a result of attending, not the last one before, I was made aware of some other courses, some new courses in the area. I've now signed up for 3 new courses with WEA that are fantastic. They're just brilliant. I mean, I went on one just yesterday, the day before, Benefit from Your Personality. And it's all about Myers-Briggs. And those sort of courses will help you, but if you're not linked, if you're not connected, you just never know what's going on. So it's good. I just want to encourage anybody who's not part of it today, you know, if you want to be connected, if you want to feel like, you know, what's happening, if you want to be able to influence learning in Nottingham, I think that's a fantastic opportunity, then you need to be a part of what we're doing at WLL. And I know we can't always make it, I can't always make every meeting, but we can still network as well. As a result of that, as a last thing, because I know that I can waffle on for Britain, as a last thing, I've decided to set up a women's group that I've been saying I want to do for a long, long time. And I'm finally going to do it. It's called RBF, which actually stands for Rose Bartley Foundation. It's my grandmother who died last year, but she's heavily influenced my life, my sister's life, etc. She's very had a passion for women. And she taught us so many things, different life skills, music, sewing, but personal development stuff. So as a tribute to her, I want to start this foundation, and I want to help women in the community, go to different places in the community here as well, just to help women find themselves, find their passion in life, and help that on the journey. Alia mentioned about life coaching, that's one of the things I'm getting into as well. So I'm starting, it's not all ironed out, but I'm starting. And I just want to encourage anybody here today, you've got a dream or a vision or a goal, you know, just step out and do it. You know, just, you can do it, you can. Even if your confidence is down the floor, through networking, you can do it. And the other thing I've done as well, I've got a book coming out next month as well, that I've written as well. So many things are happening. And I don't say that to brag, I just say that to encourage you that anything is possible. And I want to say thank you so much to WEA and Women Leading Learning. You have fantastically changed my life. Thank you so much.